I think I'm live. Let's see. Okay, I think I'm live now. Welcome to part 3 of my first look at RPG Maker MC. I will be trying to make my own forest level with puzzles and treasures included. And also, Happy New Year to all of you. I hope you all had a great holiday period. And I've been very sick lately, hence why it's taken quite a long time since the last stream. So, thank you all for your patience. I'm feeling much better now, no longer having the flu and coughs. And yeah, so a lot has happened since then. So obviously, I am doing a bit of game development behind the scenes as well in my own time, although not much. And also, I ran into either it's a bug or just some sort of problem that I couldn't quite figure out how to solve. So before I start, let's see, 11:37. Yeah, might as well just get right to it. I'm not really gonna check the actual chat replay much because of the timing of this. Most people usually check streams later during the day. I'm doing this very early in the morning, just because this is the only time I can do it. I can't really do it in the evening because I'm working. Right, so just to give a bit of context about this, let's just move over to my project. Now, the working title for my game is The Lightbringer, which is a particular customized class that I created for my main character. She is a Lightbringer. She has the power to cast light magic. So I am trying to make a Middle Eastern style fantasy RPG. It doesn't start off looking like a Middle Eastern style fantasy RPG, but it does get into that later on in the game. That being said, I'm still very, very much in the early stages. I've not made that much progress just because of certain problems and also because of how tiring it is to design a map. So I'm just going to be updating you guys on what I've been doing in my own time this past few weeks since the last stream. And then we'll be getting on to the actual forest that I need to make. So in my game, there is a forbidden forest, a forest that is filled with demonic creatures. There's lots of demons or demonic creatures in my particular RPG. That being said, I do want to make a disclaimer firstly that I'm a complete novice when it comes to game development. I'm not experienced at all in game development, nor am I experienced in coding. So pretty much most of the time I'm just kind of just doing whatever I think looks good or what I think is good or feels good. So please don't take these as actual expert tutorials because I'm not an expert by any means. I'm basically learning as I go. So please do keep that in mind when watching these streams. I am a novice, not an expert, but I'm learning. I'm learning quite a bit. And I actually did learn quite a bit during just my own time playing around with the tools available in the software, because it is complicated. I would say it's beginner friendly, but you really do have to play around with it. You have to play around with all the tools to really understand what all the tools are for. I'll give you an example. So this is all of the layering system tools here. We've got the all layers tool, then we've got the entire bottom layer that you can put something right at the bottom. And then there's something that's a bit more on the top, then a bit more on the top, and then this is the top layer. But if you want to see all the layers, then yeah, so I've basically fiddled a bit with the layering system so that I can put things behind or put things in front. It's more visible here, I think. Let me see. Okay, yeah, so to make sure things are on top, which would be all of these windows. Yeah. Now, here's the thing. I'm not great at all when it comes to any sort of design of a map. This is very basic. It looks okay. The fact that I added non-default assets, so I've added these trees. Oh, whoops, didn't mean to do that. And yeah, so I got these trees from Painterly Trees. And I just felt like the default assets, they are good. It's just that they're quite limiting. So that's why I wanted a different type of trees, even though I could just use GIMP or Paint to color these trees myself. But I'm not quite bothered. And that's another thing I wanted to talk about. So, I do want to make my own fantasy RPG for commercial use. That being said, the idea of parallax mapping, because I've just seen like little snippets quite a lot of like people doing parallax mapping, and it looks beautiful. Like honestly, all of the parallax mapping that people do, it looks absolutely gorgeous. But then every time I look at it, I'm just thinking, how many hours did you spend designing this beautiful map with parallax mapping? Because that surely is not gonna take a short time. It's going to take a very long time and putting a lot of effort in making that. And I just like, I don't want to feel like this is a chore. Like I'm making this out of enjoyment at the idea of making my own RPG. I don't want to feel like I have to make everything beautiful just because everyone else is trying to make their maps as beautiful as possible. It would be great if I could, and I really wish I had that talent and also energy to do something like that. But that's just going to take a very long time to do parallax mapping, so I won't be doing parallax mapping for my maps. However, I have definitely changed a few things regarding tile sets. So I've just been using Paint, and I'll show you what I've done. So in my own time, not only have I made a pharmacy, improved my village, I just wanted to practice really, because I wasn't completely satisfied with these kind of houses. So I've been trying to work out how to use these tile sets instead, because I like the 3D look, because that's how a house has to look anyway. And then I made the world map, and this is not complete, by the way. There's actually a building here, and there's a building here, I think, and a building here. It's because I actually came across some problems. But I'm just gonna zoom in so that I can show you what I did. So I wanted something bigger. I wanted a bigger castle, because these castles here, I'm just going to demonstrate, they looked very small to me, and I wanted something a little bit bigger. And also, I recolorized them. Yeah, that's the word. Because these were actually purple. There's only purple and green available. Yeah, so I'm going to show you the original. Yeah, purple, green. Oh, I really needed blue, because this particular kingdom, the knights, they have a bit of blue in their uniform. I just wanted every kingdom to have its own color scheme. And so I basically used Paint. It was actually Paint. It wasn't even GIMP. I used Paint to basically include this in the middle. Oh, I can't even show the middle, but you know what I'm talking about, this middle bit. So I put it right in the middle, and I also used this because it just looks so grand, like just the outside part on the outside. So I basically used the cutting tool to like literally insert this kind of tile set inside, and that's what I'm going to do for the 3 kingdoms. So there are 3 kingdoms in my particular RPG, and there's a whole other bunch of buildings, other villages and stuff as well, along with the kingdoms. It just looks more grand if it looks like this compared to something like this. So yeah, that's what I did. And then something really, really bad happened. Spent so much of my time making this world map, although I really should have added like a volcano area as well. I'm just going to show you what happened. Do you see the problem? Do you see the problem? Yeah, that's what happened. I can't even playtest this thing anymore. And I was so mind boggled. I was so confused about what exactly happened. And then I was thinking, oh no, is it because I changed something in the database? Here's my character. I think, so one of the things I did is that I deleted the default characters. What were their names? I forgot what their names were. But yeah, I deleted it because I didn't think that would be such a problem. It could have been a plugin issue, even though I haven't really included plugins. But I think it's because I changed something in the database that I wasn't supposed to change in the file settings. But I really don't know what happened. So I was like, oh my gosh, I literally spent, I mean, it wasn't really that much anyway. Like, I barely did much, but still, it feels a little bit, it was a bit of a bummer that I couldn't continue with this file. So I basically had to restart the whole project again. And I don't know if I can just, I mean, I have saved this as a map. I don't know if it's worth using it, because the thing is, the character needs those region restrictions. Like, they can't, like, for example, walk all over this, for example. Walk over the buildings, walk over the trees, maybe. Yeah, so I don't know if I can really use this as a map. Think I might have to restart this map. And it sucks a bit. Anyway, yeah, so I basically had to restart everything. So I'm just gonna go to the new file. So this one, that one. Go to a new one. Yeah, a bit of a bummer. So I just redesigned the pharmacy. I think this is just a sample map. Yeah, this is just a sample map. It's not really, I think I was just trying to get inspiration from this. But, yeah. I'm just gonna delete that because it's actually needed. Just gonna check to see. Hi, Jacob. Hello, I didn't know you were doing a stream today. Lucky me. Thanks for stopping by, Jake. Much appreciated. Yeah, you won't be able to see my face just because I really want the attention to be on the actual software. Thanks for stopping by. How are you? Okay, so this is the pharmacy. I do need to make another one. I'm still learning on how to make things. So, okay, let me just, because I'm actually doing a bit of a fast forward in making the forest, because that actually comes a little bit later on. But I don't want the streams to be boring in the sense that I'm just designing the same kind of buildings, rooms. So just wanted to differentiate it a bit. So I do need something else. Nearest pharmacy. Cleo's house. Cleo is one of the party members, and it's an inside map, and his house is going to be small, very small. Okay. And then, okay, so I'm just thinking about what the village needs. Village needs a pharmacy, Nora's house as well. Yeah. So Nora's house. Nora is my main character, and she is a light bringer. She has the power to cast light magic, and is also the reason why she's being targeted. Height. Now, I've been advised not to make my maps too big. I don't know if you guys remember or if you have seen it. In the first stream, I made my outside village map like really, really big. And then I realized that I didn't need all of that space. So I had to basically restart it or find a way to adjust it. Yeah, it's quite messy. What does that look like? I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger. Oops. Okay, so for this one, just gonna make it a little bit wider. I'll make this a bit wider. Maybe not this big. Something like that. Okay, so I'm just trying to figure out all of the rooms, all of the buildings, houses in Village 1. This is part of Village 1. Does it really matter if it comes from this or that? Okay. I don't really know. Okay, I'm going to delete that actually. I don't know if it makes a difference, but I'm just gonna do that anyway. Okay, you see how it's not like indented to the right? Hopefully it doesn't make much of a difference. Okay. I did plan to have an inn, but okay, I'll just make an inn. Village 1 inn. Needs more height. Okay, this Village 1 and also the other person's house. Shifa's house. So this is Nora's boss's house. Okay, that sounds good. And then comes Village 2, so there's actually 2 villages. So Village 1 basically has all of these buildings, and then Village 2, it will be where all of the weapon shop, armor shop, item shop, the library as well. So I've got a lot of maps to design. And I wanted to talk about assets. So there was actually a sale, but I barely bought anything. I think maybe just because I don't know just how much use I'm going to get out of them. I'll definitely buy the, what's it called? KR Desert tile set, because there's definitely a desert kingdom. So I definitely need to use desert tile sets. I was trying to look for a forest tile set. Yeah, I just haven't been brave enough to make the actual dive into actually like buying those tile sets. I've been trying to look for free tile sets, and I have found a free tile set that does allow for commercial use. I do want to make it clear that if you are going to use someone else's tile set, make sure it's used for commercial use. Like they've granted permission for you to use it for commercial use if you are making a game for commercial use. It's very important that you don't get into any sort of copyright trouble. So then we have, there's the outside village one. Outside village one. I don't have official names for these. Okay, so I basically have to do all of that again because it's just, I've had to restart and it seriously sucks, but I'm learning. I think now I can do things a bit quicker, so that's the plus side to it. 30 by 25. Okay, so for this one, this is actually an inside tile set. Make sure you correctly identify them, that these are inside tile sets. Yep. Okay, that's fine. Because that's outside village. Probably need to make it bigger. Okay, that's fine. And then outside village 2. Do you want to make this bigger? Slightly. Now, definitely, because there's 2 villages, I do want to make sure that they're both, even though they are quite close to each other, but I still want them both to look different to each other, not too similar to each other. Otherwise, in terms of design element, I'll be criticized for it. Should we? Oh, that was. I guess I'll just leave it at that. Okay, so that's outside village 2. Then I have a weapons shop. Weapons shop is an inside tile set. Sorry, I'm just got watery eyes. Weapons shop, it doesn't need to be so big, so that should be fine. Armor shop, and obviously at the beginning, my character is not going to get like the best kind of weapons and armor. They're just going to get basics. Once they get to the Forbidden Forest, that's when they treasure hunt, and the objective in the forest is to not only get stronger by defeating demonic creatures in the Forbidden Forest, but also to find a man that will help them get better weapons and armor. Basically looking for a blacksmith. That's the idea anyway. So with the weapons, armor, same-ish size. Okay. I do want like a side quest thing, involving the library. The library is going to serve as a place to get more information. It's to do with my main character not really knowing who she is. I won't get into too much of a spoiler, but she finds her information from the library about where her birthright is, and also kind of like collecting information from around the world to update the library. So I could use that as a potential side quest. It's just an idea. I don't know for sure if I'll go with it, but I do like that idea. Need to make it thicker. Should be okay. So that's a lot of rooms that I need to design. I know. Oh gosh, how do game developers do it? And then today I'm going to be making the forest. Okay, so we've got weapons, armor, the library. Ooh. Guard's house. So there's like a guard in village 2. Maybe we can enter their house. And no, not too big. Hopefully no problem. So you see how with this one, there's no like issue. Oh, by the way, I've modified my character's what's this called, a sprite sheet, because I just thought this is serving as her hijab basically. I just thought it looked too grey, so I've darkened her hijab just to make it stand out more, and I just prefer black. So that's what I've done. Also, the tool sprite plugin, because I don't like how short the sprites look. They just look too childish and babyish. I mean, this still looks kind of childish, but at least this is a lot better in size compared to looking very short. I'm just going to show you the difference. So I'm using I actually bought this. This didn't actually work in the previous file. I was trying to make it work with the previous file, and it wasn't working for some reason, but it now works. So I basically ran into quite a few bugs with the previous file. I still have no idea what exactly happened. So if anyone wants to share whether it's to do with a plugin that I might have added to the files, or if it's to do with changing something in the database, or if it's because I removed the default characters, I don't know what happened. I'm just going to off this, and then you can see the difference. You see how short, cute, and miniature she looks here. She looks a lot shorter, so I wasn't a fan of that. Just gonna put this on again. So basically, when you make a project on RPG Maker MC, you have the option to add in your own plugins. You basically search for them online, or you can make your own plugin if you wish to, if you know how to code. Just so that you can really customize your game to how you exactly want it. So I do appreciate these plugins. Otherwise it would have taken a very long time making everyone taller and stuff. Yeah, this is much better. Much better. Not perfect, but it'll do. Thank you, Jacob. I'm glad that it's piqued your interest. Oh, wait, what? You better not mess up, please. Because I do have great internet connection. Thanks to this awesome laptop I have. Anyway, so I'm just thinking Village 2. Village 2 needs a weapon shop, an armor shop, the library, guard's house. Doesn't need anything else. Maybe one other person's house. Random house. Just so that it doesn't feel too empty. I might change this. I probably will change this. 20 to 17. Okay, so that's it. And then comes the world map. And this, okay, so my kingdom, oh gosh, I haven't, not kingdom, I mean the world. I haven't given a name for it yet, I don't think. The world of something. And this is going to be huge, huge, huge. 50 by 40. Let's see how big this is. I don't think that's big enough, but nope. Needs more height. Looks better. Okay. So, yeah, that's a lot of maps to design. And I haven't even scratched the surface. What I have been doing, though, is I've been adding things to the database. What was it? Yeah, so I basically didn't want the same problem to happen again by getting rid of the default characters. So they've just been staying where they are. And then comes my main character, Prince Faris, Princess Jada, Prince Sarah, and Khalil, who for some reason I didn't put the face on. Okay, there we go. And so with sprite sheets, there's a few different ones. So he's basically a thief at the beginning. He's very poor and he's trying to look for an antidote to save his very ill mum. So that's the idea right at the beginning. That he tries to steal a medicine from Nora's pharmacy. This is a damaged one. This is right at the beginning. Where he tries to act like a villain, but not really a villain. Okay, I guess I'll just do that one. And so he pretends to be a bad guy at the beginning, but he ends up being a good guy later on. Now I know that in terms of classic RPGs, the thief wields a dagger. He's not going to wield a dagger. He's actually going to wield a bow and arrow. Have I made the... Oh, I haven't. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to leave it like that. So basically I made a few classes. So these are the default classes here. And then I made a Crystal Knight class. I'm supposed to make a Jewel Caster one. I thought I already did that. Or maybe it just didn't save. So Jewel Caster is another class I made up. And they're more magic based rather than being very good at physical attacks and defense. Yeah. Okay, and then Lightbringer. That's a class of its own, which is Nora's class. And I basically need to change all of these, but I'm not going to do that today. I'll do that in my own time. Warrior, which is similar to Swordsman. Okay, so Prince Zora, he's a warrior. He's got the highest attack level, and he's got the highest defense. He has the lowest agility, but he is very powerful with his attacks, and he's got a lot of HP as well. So that's just an example to show you what everything is. Okay, now... Hi, Killing Crimson, sorry. Hello, Sharianne. It's a little late for me, but I wanted to wish you a lovely stream and progress in the game. I used to use RPG Maker, believe it or not. Oh, wow. Brilliant. Thanks for stopping by, Killing. I had no idea. And thank you so much. Thank you for wishing me a lovely stream and progress on my game. It's quite difficult. It's a little bit complicated, but I am definitely learning a few tricks here and there. I just need to make sure I don't get too tired from all of the designing and trying to figure out how to make puzzles and things. But thank you. I had no idea that you used RPG Maker too. Yeah, which RPG Maker did you use in the past? Let me know, because there's a few of them. I decided to purchase the latest one, MZ, just because it has the most features available. Okay, so now just need to make another one. The forest. Okay, so this is where things get quite challenging for Nora and Khalil. So they're like the first two party members that you get to battle with, to use in battle, I mean. Forest, the Forbidden Forest, I guess I'll just call it that. And the map for this is outside. And this is gonna be, I think I'm gonna have to use like 3 separate maps, either 3 or 4 separate maps for the Forbidden Forest, just because there's a few different pathways. I do kind of want to make it a bit like a maze, not too much. I don't want to overcomplicate this particular level, especially considering that I am a novice. But I do want it to be quite spooky, quite challenging. Anyway, there's going to be a lot of treasures to collect. And it's basically a battleground for my character to get stronger. So there is a purpose behind it. Okay, so it's the Forbidden Forest now. What size do I want to make it? Guess we'll stick with... because there's a few sections. It's looking a little small. 25 by 25. Okay, that should be okay. Okay, so maybe I should first one. Then I can basically copy that and then paste it. Make that 2. So there's different stages to it. So at the very beginning, it doesn't seem too spooky or hard for the characters, but then when they get deeper into the forest, the actual sky darkens and it becomes a bit more frightening, and then they have that boss fight after they find the blacksmith or whatever. And that is the idea, to find the blacksmith in the Forbidden Forest, who is very good at fighting, but he's not a party member. I could just use it as a training ground for my character so that she can finally get to the Desert Kingdoms. So she needs to cross this to get to the Desert Kingdoms. Yes, so storyline-wise, she does need to get stronger. So that's the purpose of having this forest. So we kind of have to think about the purpose of each map. We can't just make a map just for the sake of it. There has to be a reason why that map is there. In this case, is to make sure my character gets stronger and that they can find better materials and be introduced to the crafting system. Yeah, to be introduced to the crafting system, that could be an idea. Yeah. To be introduced to the crafting system, that would make sense, yeah. Okay, now Forbidden Forest, I'm just gonna make everything green. Fill this up with green, and now, okay, so my character could actually start here. They don't always have to start here. So I did a few sketches. I'm actually going to show like my inspiration firstly. So I've just been looking at other people's maps online, and these are just some pictures I put up. Obviously, most of these are basically just parallax mapping, so there's literally no way that I can make my own maps as beautiful as these. Although I can at least use a few different tile sets. It's just to give me an idea about how to actually lay out the actual map. And also, another thing I've learned is that not to make everything so flat. Like, there's got to be levels to your map. Then if you want to make a maze, I've seen this kind of design as well. This is when it gets a bit spookier, darker. Yeah, I do want to add like some sort of waterfall or water, a bridge. So these are what I mean by adding more levels. Like, it can't all just be like one level. There's got to be a few tiers in that you'll have to try to get to. Yeah, lots of tiers. So you see how there's like multiple pathways? I don't want to make it too complicated, but that's the idea that I'm thinking. And getting a boulder puzzle as well. What's the library? Is that purely a class? Was there some lore role behind it? Can the main character be any class, or can she only be a Lightbringer? Very good question. So Lightbringer is just something that I completely made up. So I could have called her like a white mage. It's very similar to the white mage class. But I just felt like she's not just, she can basically cast light that can burn her victims and blind her victims too. There's a few different words around, so I might change it, but I thought Lightbringer would be best to make as a name. And yeah, she can only be a Lightbringer, although her skills do level up as they go along. And I might add a specialization to her class as she improves with her skills. But, I mean, at least for now, that's all I've got. Yeah, I hope that answers the question. And there is a story with the whole Lightbringer class as well. I use VX6. Oh, brilliant. Great. Okay. Right. Okay, so what do I do now? Okay, so we've got this base, which is the grass, and from, let's see, if we, oops, my bad. So you gotta make sure you're on the correct. No. It's been a while, so I'm a little bit rusty with this. And then use no. And yeah. I basically had to watch tutorials just learning how to make these tiers. It can get a little bit so if I do it like, yeah, just add another one. Nope. Sorry if I get too quiet. I'm like, once I do the designing, I'm not gonna talk too much just because I'm so focused. Okay, so I can put like a treasure chest here. Oh, plus this is going to be filled with like enemy encounters, but in this particular stream, I'm not going to add the enemy encounters yet. I'm still trying to look for different kinds of demonic creatures to include the sprites, I mean. Okay, so if I... Okay, got an idea. That looks awkward. No. That looks okay, doesn't it? Oops. Should it go that way? Okay, hold on. Doesn't feel natural. That just looks cut off now. There we go, yeah. Also, another tip that I have watched from another tutorial is to not make your maps look symmetrical on both sides. I mean, I already, in my head, without realizing it, already knew that kind of tip, but it's something to keep in mind because nature is not symmetrical. You can make certain elements symmetrical, but just not everything to be symmetrical. Okay, so if I... and then... no, doesn't work. So bear with me as I try to work on how this needs to look. I do it like that. Then... I think... so I basically want it to go like this. I don't know, just to make things a bit more interesting. That there's like 2 levels to the forest. Okay. And then there can be a staircase here. Oh, this is what I hate. So it's quite hard to find a middle because of this. Whoops. It looks a bit awkward having that staircase, but I don't really know what else to do. Or should it be this? I mean, it's a forest, so maybe a bit of green. Okay, that looks better because it's a little bit curved. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't look great, I know, but I did sketch beforehand, but when you're like actually like designing it, you end up changing your mind about a few things. Okay, so this one can be here, and now I can fill in all of these little bits here, so I'm just going to zoom in now, fill that in. Didn't work for this one. I think it was these points. Oh, whoops. Like that. Like that. Like that. Like that. Like that. Oh wait, this one. Otherwise it looks a bit strange if you just leave it as is. Okay, that's looking a bit strange. There's always a way to fix things, which is great for this program. Almost always. Like holy light. What kind of enemies are you thinking of? Human, demon, monster, zombies, etc. Have you heard about Jinn? It's kind of so in my religion we believe in the existence of, so it's kind of stemming from the kind of lore and stories from Jinn, even though in my one I don't know if they have the capability of possession, but it's this idea of just demonic creatures, basically, things that look satanic, and that's what my main characters are up against because of them spawning out of control. I'm not going to get into spoilers, but like, yeah, those are the main ones, and also witches, sorcerers as well. Those are the kinds of enemies, and just basically rabid animals as well, because it makes sense if they're being controlled by Jinn. Yeah, that's the idea. And Holy Light, yeah. So yeah, when she levels up a lot, Holy Light would be one of her skills as well. Yeah. Okay. So I've made a tier, another tier. This ground level. I'm not gonna add the shadows yet. And forgot to do something, so I do need to go to the database and add more tile sets for outside. And hopefully things don't become a problem when I do this. That is quite interesting. It's not a dungeon, but I could use a dungeon tile set. Okay, so I need to use some trees. Okay, so I need to go all the way back to this one. Oh wait, it's here. Now what kind of trees do I want? So these look a little bit slightly more spookier. I do want a mix. These look quite interesting. Okay. So when it gets spookier, I can use these tile sets. So for this one. Okay. Image, tile sets, and then add that in so that it can be in the database. And okay, so this is what I downloaded. It's free to use. Problem is I can't even view it like in all in one go. There was something. This one, there's also this one, which is a little bit more basic, but I do like that. So I'm gonna add that in. So many trees. Okay, now I've got a lot of variation in trees. At the moment I don't really have that many tile sets that are not default, I mean. Just because I've been a bit precautious. Oh, so they've got this. Okay, I didn't realize they had trees for this. I do like that. That looks more realistic, doesn't it? It is a forest. I don't want to add too many trees because obviously there are other elements to a forest. Like, wish I could change this so that I have more variety, unless I remove one of these. No. Yeah, I think I'll just leave it at that. Okay, let's see. Wait, can I not see everything? Did it just get rid of my tiles? Because I put it on here. Okay. Okay, wait, what? Okay. I've got these ones. Was it always just one? I swear I had another one. Why did it just get rid of that? Oh, this is in tab A. What? Hold on. Tab A. So all of this is in tab A. Am I just tripping? Okay, all of this is in tab. I was so confused because I thought it literally got rid of some houses once I added some new ones. So that's why I was so confused what was going on. Yeah, so I'm still learning. Them gin before though, I don't know much about them. I thought maybe this was, in my imagination things for taking time to. Yes, it's pretty much like genie, basically. It's kind of hard to explain, but like what we believe in is that jinn. There are good jinn and bad jinn. Bad jinns they don't like to be messed with. They can actually possess people, kind of like the Exorcist, basically. And that happens if you disturb their dwelling. That's the idea. Anyway, no problem. Okay, so barely done much. You do need to sort out assets before you start so that you don't run into trouble later. Okay, so if my character is going this way, then there needs to be a path. There needs to be some treasure. So maybe we can add a treasure here. Oh, whoops. Event. So you need to go in event mode. Quick event creation. Add a treasure. Change the image if you wish to. 71. Got these more modern looking ones. Wow. Okay. Chest. They've got flames, they've got doorways, crystals, chest. Red one. I mean, the red one looks the nicest, but I feel like everyone picks that. No, I don't really know. Wish there was more variety. I mean, if it's a forest, you can choose green, blue. What the heck? I'll just use the red one. And then I guess 10. 10 sounds fair. You can also put an item in there, weapon or armor. This one, it can just be gold. And As for the pathway, okay, let me go back to map. Whoops. Trying to make it a bit. Don't want anything to look too straight. Add some trees, moss. Just trying to see what this would look like. It looks a bit creepier, doesn't it? Adding this. But, okay. There's just so much to think about. That's why I'm taking my time. I'm a bit of a perfectionist. Trees, trees, trees. There's a big tree there. Just for a bit more of a variety. Okay, so I'm going to use this one so that you don't see the bottom part. Oh wait, that was not supposed to show. Oh, maybe I was supposed to. Let me do that again. Let me use more of a bottom layer. That shouldn't show. Oh dear, okay. Maybe those. And then go over it with what the hell? Okay. Okay, so that's what I did. Okay, maybe it just doesn't work. Thought it would work. So basically the tree was supposed to be behind those trees. Didn't quite work for some reason. Whoops. I know, just to add a bit more of a spooky flair. So there's two pathways. You can go up there and then explore the upper tier. And then go down here for more enemies. Enemies at the top as well. I was thinking about including a boulder puzzle, but I'm just going to design it first. Where to put this? Why does it do that? This should be behind it. Okay, that's a problem. Didn't realize it'd do that. Let's do that and then... Okay, so it does work like that. Okay. Can barely see it. Okay, that side needs some trees. Artistically, these ones look so odd, but I don't think it should matter too much that these ones look very different. I don't know. I'll use a darker one for when things get a bit spookier. Well, I'm just using too many different types. Maybe I should add some water somewhere. Like a pond. And then some boulders here that they need to move to progress the story. There's a lot to think about. Oh, I could add these things. Why does it do that though? There's like these white bits. I don't like that. Okay. I don't know why there are white bits. Okay. Maybe I just... could just use... Okay, why is that happening? There shouldn't be white bits. Do you see that white bit? That shouldn't be there. Whoops. No. I don't know, just to make it a bit more interesting, I'm gonna have to figure out a way to get rid of this white bit. I don't know why that's there. Do you see that? Oh, that's gonna bother me. From bottom layer, I don't know if that's gonna work. Then top layer. Have I fixed it? Okay, brilliant. I fixed it now. Okay, so that's the thing about layering system. It does come in handy. Now to get up that, yeah, could just put a staircase there. And then there could be a treasure up there. Because I don't want this space to be too empty looking. Um, okay, going back to event, the treasure. Guess it can be here. Yeah, same thing. I will sprinkle in a few items as well, but for the items, I want there to be more of a challenge to actually earn that treasure. To do that, maybe I can add some boulders. So if I add a boulder here, the character can push it here. Then there'll be another boulder here. I could do that. And then I can change the value of this. I don't know, just something for the character to do, for the player to do. Boulder 1, a picture of a boulder. Where is the boulder? These are crystals. Oh, there it is. Boulders. Then there's this stuff. Okay. Action. Okay, first thing, conditional branch. Oops. Okay, just try to remember how to do this. Set variable. Nope, it wasn't. Yep. Player facing up. Move, set movement route. Move up. Don't know if I did that right. Yeah, because if they're facing up, then they can move the boulder up. Okay. Then I can copy and paste that here. If the player is facing down, yep. Player is facing down, the movement is going to be different. Set movement route. Move down. delete that. They're facing right, then that means they can move it right. Left, that means that they can move it left. Do you want to add a sound of the boulder? Audio play. Sound effect. Now, boulder sound is not something easy, maybe earth. That sounds it, yeah. Sounds about right. I'm gonna check the other ones. Nah. Yeah, none of these are gonna work apart from earth. What's this one? Sounds about right. Yeah. F5. Same. Can I just copy and paste that? Oops. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Okay, what did I just do? Okay, do it again. I hope it works. Okay. Obviously, we're not starting here, but I do want to test out these things. Probably did it wrong, I don't know. Oh, whoops. Hold on. Okay, for some reason it's not moving. Is it because it's not? I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna have to sort that out some other time. Okay, so to add more to this. Let's see, so we've got this path here, and it's just going to be filled with monsters, this random counter, so I do need some trees. More trees. You can never have enough trees. You see how I'm putting things behind it? Importance of layering. I think it did get rid of something. So I don't have these torsos. Outside B, outside C. I need that. I'm not a fan of these trees actually. They don't look great. I can still see them. Still see a tiny bit of it. Okay, I'm just gonna have to get rid of that. Okay. So the thing about different elements is you scatter it. Don't clump things together too much. Oh, we've got a rock here. So with rock, it might be that I didn't add enough space, or I just got the coding wrong. There could be some log. Maybe I should place the boulder somewhere else. Is it moving at all? Let's check. Okay. Oh, now it's frozen. Okay. Okay, gonna have to sort that out somehow. Okay. So I've added a pathway. And does it feel like a forest? Just gonna get rid of this. Not fan. I mean, for this particular style, I feel it looks a bit out of place. Okay, I'm just gonna go over something. Boulder puzzles. Because I might have gotten the formula wrong. Boulder puzzle, RPG maker.
Do you remember those like
Okay, so how did he? Okay, so he firstly designed it, which is a great idea. To sketch firstly, make an event.
this all out? Now, firstly, we need to design the event. So what I'm going to do is double click and select a boulder image. I'm going to make sure the trigger is action button. And what we're going to do is have a conditional branch if character is facing up. If character is facing up, then what we're going to do is simply set movement route, this event, move up.
Okay, so I was supposed to do this event.
Skip if cannot move. Now this skip if cannot move is very important. Then we're going to copy and paste this. Instead of player facing up, we're going to say is player facing down. And if player is facing down...
I was supposed to put this event. My bad. Okay. I just change that instead of having to change everything. What was that? Heels up. Oh wait, what? Okay, I'm just gonna have to delete. Okay. Set movement to this event. Skip if cannot move. And then put that here. Okay, that should be fine. This event. This event to the right. Okay. Delete that one. Skip and then wait. And then I need to put that here. This event to the left. So if the player is facing up, it moves up. If player is facing down, it moves down. If the player is facing right, it moves right. The boulder. So move right. And then yes. Yeah, so you can put that up and then this one to the right. Yeah. Yay! I'm making it work. Oh, it might be kind of stuck. Because obviously that is blocking it. Okay, that's a bit strange. Maybe I just need to... Yeah, I can just delete that one if that's not working for whatever reason. Wait, what? Is there something there? Oh, okay. Was that holding it back? Okay, let's see if it works now. It's a little bit delayed, the sound effect. For some reason that's not moving. I mean, the actual boulder is moving, but it's not moving to another spot. Okay. Maybe for this one. Do I need to put this first? Let's see if I need to just remove these ones, because all I need to do is just move it to the right. So the plane just needs to move it to the right. It might just be that there's not much room, maybe? I don't know. I wonder. If it needs more room, we can just extend it a bit. And then I need to go to the back. This is so fiddly. Fiddly, fiddly, fiddly. How did I do it before? I swear it was one of the back layers. Oh, I put it like that. Okay, If that's the case, then I don't know. How did I do it before? Okay. Let it. Okay, still having the problem. What? Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to remove it if it's not working. For whatever reason. I mean, the whole point of this is to make it a bit tricky. Oh, okay. And then for these ones, I can add a few of these down here. Okay, this is a very wide spot. Need to block this path. Oops. Okay, I think I need to extend the wall because this is way too wide. Don't want there to be too many boulders. Oops. Let's just remove some of these. It's a bit weird. Okay, so This is a very easy pathway. I should add the rocks first. Okay, I don't think there's any reason to have it here. So if they come here, they can move it this way, and then here. If you haven't already, please do like and subscribe. Okay. Fine. Okay. Maybe I can use some trees to block the pathway. Okay, so I could make the pathway a bit this way. A lot of thought goes into this. Pretty crazy. Pathway this way. if it was to move here, then it just stops there, blocking the way. Okay, so that means... Okay, I think I've got an idea. It's a smaller tree. Maybe there can be a treasure chest. To get to a treasure chest. If it moves this way. Okay, this time can be a potion. Yeah. Okay, I could add another one. Okay, so I think they're quite blocked. Need to add something here. No. I don't really know what to do as a blockage, so I don't think these ones are blockages. I think you can walk over them. For now, just leave it as a placeholder. So what they need to do is they need to move this down. If they move that, then how are they going to get through? Okay. Trial and error. Move this down. And then this pathway can be blocked. I hate how I keep forgetting where everything is. Ugh, so many tile sets. Where is it? Is it this? So snowy. Oh, there it is. Okay, so when they come over here, they'll be pushing this down so that they can get the treasure. But to get to the actual entrance, no, it's not gonna work. Because the character also needs to move to be able to move the boulder. These puzzles are tricky to make. Gosh, like, you gotta be experienced to know what to do. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna remove that second one. Does that mean all of these ones are messed up? Oh wait, can I walk over these? Great. Yay, I got a potion. And then I can... Okay, maybe I can put one here. Right. If I can move here, then maybe I can put one... something. Okay, hold on. So what I did was I moved it here. Need to go down. Okay. Move it here. Move another one. Oh wait, I can walk through these. Okay. So there needs to be some regional restrictions on some of these things. Firstly, get rid of that. Okay, I move this here. No, that's not going to make sense. So I'm just coughing for some reason. Okay, so I'm trying to see how this is going to work because I want more than one boulder. So if the character goes down, Then they can go around. If something is blocked here, but then they won't be able to get around. They'll be able to go through here. Okay, hold on. Let me just get rid of this. And it's pretty confusing. Unless I move this here. Okay, I'm gonna test that out. Okay, that's a problem. So if I have this here, unless I make a pathway here. So at the moment, these ones, where's the... Oh, there. I don't want that crossed over. So that should fix that issue now, I think. Yeah, I can't walk over it now. So you just have to fix those kind of issues. And then maybe more rugs. feel like I'm putting too many rocks. Maybe a bush instead as a blockage. Okay, so this puzzle's worked out, but problem is I want to block the pathway. I'm learning as I go. Okay, so it has trouble going to the right for some reason. Don't really know why. Oh, so it can go left. Oh, but for some reason it can't go right. Okay, that's a bit strange. It's a bit weird. Okay, I'm gonna have to find a way to figure that out. I think I'll leave it here because it's been almost pretty much 2 hours really, and kind of tired really from making this. I know it's not much progress, I realize that, but I did at least add a few new things like puzzles. See how we're going. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. I think that's it. I do need to add more to this, so I might add like another asset to this. And just realized that there's a bit of space here. Just gonna extend the palm. There we go. That is tricky. The boulder stuff is tricky. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to make those boulders move right. Because I don't really... Because if they're facing right, then they should be able to move right. Set it here. I don't know. It's a bit weird because nothing is different. I'm trying to look carefully. Oh, okay, I've just noticed. So this one says player and not this event. Okay. That's why it was not moving right. I didn't see that. My bad. Oh, whoops. Right, gotta make sure this is clicked. And that this is this event. Okay, now it should move right. Okay, so I fixed it now. So you just gotta make sure it says this event, skip, wait. Now skip if cannot move. That's gotta be ticked for it to work. Oops. Oh, I only fixed that one. I think it was that one. Let me see. It was only one of them that I fixed. Did I fix that one? Yeah, I fixed that one. Okay. Brilliant. Yay. Okay. So I just need to copy and paste boulder. Okay. So let me just remove those. Should I put one here? Put one here. Put one there. Yay! Okay, got that working. And then there's this one. Yay! Okay, I should put it here. Yeah, it makes sense to put the boulder here. Got it. See, I'm learning. It took a while. It took a real long while to work that out. Move. Needs to be here. I need something to block this way. Yeah, you're always gonna have to play test your game for these things. Okay, I can get rid of that. Brilliant. Okay, if that moves something. Okay, there's no need for this. Whoopsie. Yeah, and then I'm just gonna add some blockages. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it here now. That's fine. This has been an interesting experience. Game creation looks like hard work. You did a good job there. I liked it. Thank you so much. That was a lot of thinking and a lot of trying to work out what to do. As I said before, these are not to be taken as tutorials because I don't know what I'm doing, but I am learning. I've learned something new, how to make sure these puzzles work, and understanding level design and also map design. Guys, really enjoyed it and thank you so much for stopping by. I'll see you in the next one. The next one I'll probably focus on adding battle encounters, random encounters in the actual forest. So yeah, I won't focus too much on map design for next time because I know I've done a lot of map design lately in these streams, but I'll see what I can do. You did it. The boulder finally obeyed you. Great work. Yes, yes. Oh gosh, it was a bit complicated knowing how to make it work, but yeah, thank you. Yeah, finally. And stay tuned for more. Bye.